I always try to provide turtle keepers with the best, most recent and scientifically proven information, but I never actually had to build an indoor habitat since most of my turtles were housed outside. This is why I set out to build an ideal habitat for aquatic turtle, a surface-mounted pond. Inside. This is a complete, detailed guide through every step so that you can easily replicate my work, improve upon it, and scale it up if needed. Enjoy the build! It's time to decorate our dry part of the aquaterrarium. I have put in place some slabs to keep the foil in place, but I think that the topsoil that I'll be adding will do a pretty job on itself. So regarding topsoil, I'll be using Natura from Agro. This is a bio topsoil, so no pesticides. Remember to use only pesticide-free topsoil so you don't risk killing your animal. I'll also be using some interesting red colored soil I picked up on the latest tortoise released excursion, and I'll be mixing the topsoil with some play sand to provide a more suitable substrate for my plants. There won't be any drainage layer because I don't want water level that's constantly on the bottom. I rather have the topsoil soaked in water and see that I don't have to water anymore than to have a leak somewhere and have water dripping on the floor. After that, we can get to the wetland. As a small side project, I decided to mask the filter with a PVC sheet that I'll be gluing cork on. I used metal corners, hinges, screws and nuts to fix everything in place. Now that the mask is finished, we can start decorating it, and I was thinking of gluing cork on it. I've ended up using black hinges for the sides, and this will mask the filter perfectly under the table. I ended up poking holes in the cork and the PVC sheets and fixing everything in place with cable ties. I found a nice little thing while shopping for materials, this garden edging from Woodland. It looks like this, and I'm gonna use it to isolate a portion of the floor with substrate, and I want to plant aquatic plants in this particular area. So let's see how that goes. In parallel, I also mounted these glass seals on my tempered glass panels that I ordered at the glass shop, since I don't have the tools to work with these materials. Next, I drilled a hole in a mangrove stump I found at a pet store. This will serve as a nice central feature with a waterfall. I foraged some wood in the forest, let it soak for 4 days to get rid of parasites and pests, and went shopping for plants. Eventually started decorating the dry area. First bucket of water. I'm gonna let the substrate take a little water in, and tomorrow I'm gonna start planting the water plants. Today I've acquired some more plants for the dry area, so I'm gonna start planting this. And these are the names of some of the water plants I've used in my setup. Now for the hotspot, I've been testing out the fixture from Arcadia and the floodlight from Arcadia, but it turned out that it was getting far too hot, so I switched to the small glow light from Exoterra combined with the Arcadia flood lamp. Next I'll be showing you how I mounted the fixture. The next thing I'm gonna do is build a support for the Exoterra small glow light, and although it's not very great at projecting and focusing heat, it gives me the right temperatures I need and has an adequate size. Exoterra has a support for these kinds of lamps, but it has a very short beam here. I'm not sure why they build it so short, and it's pretty much useless for my setup, and I would imagine most setups. So we're gonna just replicate this kind of fixture, cannibalizing an old support I had lying around. I think it's from Zoomed, not sure. Anyways, this one has a far longer beam here, and I'll just stick this one out and I'll fix it in place using these locks, simple locks for gates. You just take them a little apart and get this one out, and we're gonna use this to fix our beam in place on the back of the aquaterrarium. Now for the lower part, although this will hold it pretty much in place, I think I'm gonna stick these supports for shelves I found, and the beam will sit on them basically. Now let's get going. The light is now in place, and although it's sufficiently sturdy from this here. If the beam somehow loosens and decides to fall a little down, I have the shelf support blocking it so that our bulb won't get too close to the surface and maybe cause buoyance to our turtle. It's sturdy, there's no wiggling, everything is safe and good. Since the power strip I got was just half a millimeter wider than expected, it won't fit here properly, and I had to buy these extension cords that I inserted into my power strip, and then I connected all my stuff to these extension cords. Not the most elegant solution, but it will do just fine, and it's not a fire hazard, so don't worry about it. I only have to plug in the filter. As you can see, the LED strip is working, the UVB light, and I will arm the filter. This is another decoration I came up with to mask the tubes in the corner, using a root I found at the pet store, pots for water plants, geotextile, and cable ties. The filter is plugged in, I only have to arm it, and I will use this little pump for that. It's still pulling up air. Okay, it's now going. And I'm just waiting for all the air to get out. The intake is also nicely masked, it's barely visible. Tubes are in the corner, and the ficus pumila will grow, hopefully, and cover it up. And the next thing I want to do is glue some moss I've harvested from the forest on my log here. So I've let the aquaterrarium run without any residents for about a week and a half, and I've also replaced the filter with an Eheim Professional Line 5th generation filter, the 350 volume model, so the smallest model. It doesn't really quite fit into the mask of the older filter, but it is still masked pretty well. Now it's time to add our resident. It's finally time to add our resident, a male Mauremis leprosa turtle. all in all, I think the aquaterrarium integrates nicely alongside the tegu terrarium. So here is the aquaterrarium after 1 year. The turtle is somewhere there underwater. You can only barely see a paw and a head popping out. Hello, Oliver. Moss has grown nicely over the tree stump. The Vinca minor plant has also produced some flowers here and spread around the dry area. The orchid has died, but the other plants are thriving.